Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Mary and I give you guys an extra warm welcome. I would love it if you grabbed a snack, stayed for a while, and click the subscribe button. I would love to have you. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you more than you know. Sorry if I look distracted, but my toddler is here with me, as if you already didn't know that. Anywho, as you can tell by the title of the video, we're going to do a little bit of a rankings video in between the 6 new foundations that I recently tried, just in case you haven't picked any of these up and you would like to know what my thoughts are and which ones I liked the best. So if this sounds like a video you would like to see, then just go ahead and keep on watching. All right guys, so I do have 6 foundations slash skin tint, because one of them is a skin tint, that I'm going to be ranking here. And coming in at number 6, I'm sure it's not going to be a surprise to most of you, and that is the Jaclyn Cosmetics skin tint. In my review, I did absolutely enjoy this. It is a good skin tint. It's just ranking at number 6. 1, for the price, because it's a skin tint and the coverage is like almost sheer. 2, the way it wears. So I did enjoy it. I gave it a good rating in my review, but I have other skin tints that cost a tiny bit less, well, not all of them, but some of them, and perform a lot better than this did. That is the reason why I picked this as my number 6, but I am really enjoying it. It is a nice skin tint. It just, out of everything that I tried, it is the last one of the bunch. So at number 6, the Jaclyn Cosmetics skin tint. All right, coming in at number 5, and this will probably be a surprise to some of you, that is the Chanel Numero 1 foundation. The reason this is at number 5 is because I have to really work at it in order to get it to look the way that I would love for it to look. So with my other Chanel foundation, the Le Tint, upon application, as soon as it lands on my face, I absolutely love how it looks. Oh my goodness, it honestly is one of the most beautiful foundations I have ever put on my face. But this one, I have to really think about what primers I need to put on. I have to really think about maybe the concealer, like, is it too heavy? Is it a little too drying? I have to think about so many things in order to make this look the way that I want it to look. What do I mean by that? It literally just makes my skin look a tiny bit dry. If I don't take the right steps, it looks like it's just sitting on top of my skin, which that to me indicates that it makes me look dry. At least that's the way it looks visually. Yeah, that is why this foundation is at number 5. I can get it to look beautiful, and once I do, I really enjoy it. But it just takes so much effort on my part to get it there, you know? So yes, at number 5, the Chanel Numero 1 foundation. All right, coming in at number 4, and it's actually the foundation that I am wearing. And it might come to a shock to some of you because TikTok has apparently made this foundation go viral. And that is the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. This is a very beautiful foundation. Upon application, oh my gosh, it looks so good, like flawless. Chef's kiss. The formula is nice. It is a little bit on the thicker side, which I don't mind because it's not like I put a ton of layers. The coverage is okay too. It can get a little heavy, so I have to really make sure and be conscious of how much of it I'm using. But other than that, it is a beautiful foundation and I am really loving and enjoying it. But the reason it is at number 4 is because of the wear. So during my review, I did give this a thumbs up, and I did say that it might be taking up spot number 1 for my favorite foundation. But after wearing this a couple of times, all the foundations I'm talking about, by the way, I have worn it 3 or 4 times. I did notice that the wear on my Tzone was just not as great as I would like it to be, and as great as other foundations that are in this ranking have done. So that is the main reason why this is at number 4, but it is a beautiful foundation. Don't get me wrong. I just, yeah, the wear test kind of put it at number 4 in my book. So at number 4, the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. All right, guys, coming in at number 3 is actually a drugstore foundation. What? Crazy. And I actually am a little shocked that this beat the Charlotte Tilbury, but it honestly and truly really did. And that is the L'Oreal Age Perfect 4-in-1 Tinted Balm. The texture of this is odd. The shade range of this foundation is crap. As you can tell, it runs a little bit on the orange side. This is the shade Light 20. But the finish, oh my gosh, the finish. Wow. This shocked me so much. It's crazy. Yes, the shade is running, especially the one that I have, a little bit on the orange side. But once I powder it down and add everything else, you can barely tell. And once I start getting more sun, I feel like it's going to look perfectly fine. Also, the shade range that L'Oreal gave us for this is just crap. It honestly is. Come on, L'Oreal, do better. But one, the price, which I think is $11.99, but for some reason my shade was 15 something on Amazon. 2, the finish. Oh, it is seriously perfection. And the wear test. I have worn this like every other foundation that I'm ranking 3 or 4 times, and every single time by the end of the day, I'm just like, okay, what's happening? What magic is in this little jar? Like, literally wears like a dream. I cannot believe this formula and how amazing it is. So yeah, this one beat Charlotte Tilbury. Crazy, but it did. It really did. So coming in at number 3, the L'Oreal Age Perfect 4-in-1 Tinted Balm. All right, guys, coming in at number 2, and the foundations for spot 1 and 2 were very hard to decide. So I did do a little wear test on both of them in the last few days, just so that I can make sure that my decision was the correct decision. So coming in at number 2 is the Dior Forever Matte Foundation. This is the new formulated foundation that they relaunched. I had tried the glowy version of the old formula, so when they launched this, I decided, you know what, let me try the matte one and see if I like that. Well, I love this. Oh my goodness, do I love this. This is 3N. It's a tiny bit dark for me right now, but during the summer I feel it's going to be absolutely perfect. But the finish is so gorgeous. Even though it's a matte foundation, it still gives you a very subtle glow, which is super nice because the older I'm getting, like, even though I'm still normal skin, sometimes I feel like I can feel dry. And so I haven't really been using matte foundations too often, but this is not like your regular matte. It's like a satin matte. It's a very beautiful, comfortable satin matte. Finish is beautiful. The wear test went great. My Tzone looks good. Like, when I wore this, I was just like, wow. Literally 6 hours in, and usually the 5-hour mark is where I could see my Tzone kind of, you know, the oils popping out. It was, I mean, we are having a cold front right now, so that could be the reason why, but still, the finish and the longevity of how well it wears is just, I love it. I love it, and very, very, very happy I have this in my collection. So coming in at number 2, the Dior Forever Matte Foundation. All right, and finally in at number 1, which I'm sure you already know. It is the NARS. This is the Light Reflecting Foundation. Wow is all I could say. So like I mentioned, I did have to do a wear test in the last couple of days between the Dior and this one, just to make sure that my decision was absolutely correct. And this one, hands down, 1, no questions asked. The finish, beautiful. It wears absolutely fabulous. It looks gorgeous. It photographs even more gorgeous. It is just, I don't know what magic they put in this foundation. I have heard great things about NARS foundations. A lot of people really, really, really do love them. And I think the number 1 and Mostly the only complaint I have heard is the shade. A lot of people have a very hard time picking their shade, and I can understand. I feel like they could definitely improve on the undertones for all of the foundations. I do feel like a lot of them run very yellow. I had a hard time picking a shade for this light reflecting foundation from NARS online that I had to go physically into the store, and it's still not a perfect match, honestly. So yeah, so I think that is the only main negative that I did hear in all of the reviews that I watched for this. But for me, it is my number one right now. Now what I need to do is do a little battle between this one and my favorite foundation, which is the Chanel Le Tint, and see which one will win. All right, well, yeah, in at number one, the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. It took the crown. All right, guys, well, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. You guys have no idea. In case you are wondering what I have on my lips, it is the collaboration that Mel Thompson did with Christian Audette. The shade is called Puffin. I don't know if it's still available, but if it is, I will definitely link it down below. And if it's not, I'll just leave the Christian Audette website down below in case you want to go check out and see if they have any other similar shade to this one. I will also be leaving down below in the description box my age, my skin type, foundation references, and all that other good stuff. So just in case you align with my skin type and my shades, then some of these might interest you. All right, guys, well, I would love it if you gave this video a big thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it, and you would definitely help me out in the algorithm of hopefully bringing some new and fresh eyes to my channel. And if you haven't done so already, I would love it if you joined my small YouTube family by clicking the subscribe button. I would love to have you. All right, guys, I will see you on the next video. Bye.